is. Okay, we are recording. Yay! It's kickoff time. I'm so excited for another group. You guys, this does not get old for me at all. Like, the beginning of a group is my favorite thing ever. So I know some of you watching are, maybe you've done this before, but most of you have not. So I'm gonna go over a few things. The first one is about this community. And this community is what has kept me going for 3 years, whether it's in a Facebook group when we first started, or now that we have this amazing My Challenge Tracker app. It is the thing that has kept me going. Even this past, our group that is going on right now, we have a test group for Transform 20, and that group is flying. They're doing so well. But the thing was, I came down with bronchitis and did not want to start again. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna give up, forget this time, I'll start again with the new one. And they all like rally, you know what I mean? And that's the kind of thing that I think we need as women who have these goals, is to have I just gave myself the chuck, a tribe of people that always have our back no matter what. So even if you have a bad day, okay, even if you, you know, you get sick for a couple days or a week or 2 weeks, like, this is where you fall back on, and we will lift you up. It's literally that good. Okay, so there's a weird noise coming from this side of my office, and it's freaking me out. Okay, so you have My Challenge Tracker app. It's on your phone, and right now it says your challenge group begins soon. Got it. What I want you to do today is to go to this button right here, and that is your view your checklist. So you need to come on, light. There it is. Nope. Okay, well, the top one is a goal. So I want you to write your goal. What is your goal? It does not have to be about the pounds. Our belief is that it is not about the weight. It is not about the number on the scale. It is about sustainability and you getting into a habit of doing something every single day that feeds your body with something good, that treats your mind well, to that main goal, your main goal. How do you want to feel, right? So I want to feel good when I have clothes on and when I don't. Like, that is how I want to feel. I don't care if the number on the scale does not go down another 10 pounds. If I'm walking around feeling good about myself, then that's what my goal is. I know when we first started, my husband's goal was to lower his cholesterol and lower his blood sugars, and he totally did that. So write in your goal. That's number one. If it is pounds, great. If you think that you need to lose 10, 20, 30 pounds, put it in there. It's not going to hurt if that's your goal, and then you'll see how it is on your way. We're going to learn how to love ourselves throughout this entire journey. The next thing is a before photo. You have to do this. A before photo is imperative. You might only lose 2 pounds. It's highly doubtful, but you might only lose 2 pounds. And then you'll look at your photos, and somehow it moved around to where now you have more muscle, and you don't have, you know, maybe your gut went down, or maybe your booty got smaller, but you won't notice that unless you take the picture. Do you have to share it with the group? No, it goes between you and your coach, unless you can click private, but I still need to see that you took it, okay? It will show me that, yes, you took it, and then I didn't see it, and that's totally fine. Starting weight, put it in today. Put it in today, or tomorrow morning would be actually probably better, since today you probably already had coffee or breakfast. Put it in there, and you can just set it and forget it, or you can take it every day if you're doing to be mindset, if you promise me that you're going to use it as a tool. If you are going to weigh yourself every single day and be like, oh no, I lost 2 pounds and then I had a baked potato and it went up a pound, and you start crying about it and saying that you're not losing weight, then you're not weighing yourself. Then you need to do a little bit more personal development, and that's totally fine. You need to detach your brain from the scale and use it as a tool and say, yes, I lost 2 pounds, but something I ate along the way obviously didn't agree with me. I'm a little bit bloated, and move on, okay? It also might have to do with your time of the month. When you're ovulating, when you're going through your period, you're going to fluctuate your weight. Don't cry about it. Write it down, whatever you gotta do, and move on, okay? The scale is your friend. It is not the enemy. You are not defined by that number on the scale. So do not worry about it. And Tammy here is our amazing 2B Mindset mentor. So if you need anything about 2B Mindset, she went through a whole class and can totally help you. And she said in the chat, I'm gonna read this for the people that are watching, if the scale went up, recognize why, note that next to your weight, and move on. That is it. In a nutshell, move on. The next thing that you need to do is your measurements. These are also super important. You guys, again, the scale might not move, but you could lose inches all around, and that is better. Hi. Okay, so we just talked about the scale. We talked about the checklist. So you're gonna do your pre-start checklist today. The other thing about this is that every morning at approximately 5 a.m., there's going to be a pinned post from one of our amazing coaches. And you are going to please read that and then actually either interact with it by liking it or commenting. But even if you just hit the like button, that would be great. Just so we know, hey, you saw it, you read it through, and we're not talking to ourselves. Because, I mean, we know how to run a challenge group, but this is really for all of us to become one tribe, like I said in the beginning. So like it, comment on it, and then do us one more favor and check back throughout the day, and maybe you want, because we might, post some recipes in there. There are notifications that you can turn off. I understand that it can get a little daunting to look down and see that there's 46 notifications and that a million coaches posted, but you can turn that off and then just promise me you'll check in at like 5 again. So in the morning, check in. You're gonna log your workout, log your shake. If you don't have shakes and you're just doing performance line and you want to log a chocolate recover or an orange dreamsicle recover, go ahead and do that. I think we're all pretty cool with that. But I'll talk about shakes in a minute. So log that and then check in again later, because there might be maybe a little tip or maybe a recipe, or you might want to go in and please look at somebody else's photos and like lift them up, because when you're helping somebody else, it actually helps you. Okay, so I think I covered the group. The app is very cool. The app is Beachbody On Demand. That's where you're gonna find your workout, and I hope that you already did get on there, figure out how you are going to, excuse me while I try to load this in really quick. No, I do not need to join now. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen and just show you a couple of things about Beachbody On Demand. Share, okay. Beachbody, okay. So here is Beachbody On Demand. Those are not right, but okay, so anyways, so it says here I have VIP early access for Transform 20. If you decided to do this program, this is where it will be. Whoa. So you are going to find which workout you are doing, and this looks different than my app right now, so I'm kind of like, what? But if you don't know what you're doing, you can look at it right here by beginner, intermediate, and advanced, or please talk to your coach and pick one if you don't have one. We would be glad to help you pick one. Okay, so let's say that you are doing Transform 20. So right here, you're gonna go to program materials. If you haven't already, I tried to like send that home so that you know to go here and do the get started right and figure out the nutrition guide. So that is super important. And the next thing you're gonna do is make a meal plan. And I'm gonna teach you how to do that right now really quick. But also this blog button. So the blog button has this thing called recipes, and there's so many. There's just so many. So you can just go in here, you can click by chicken. I wanna eat this, all these things have chicken. Chicken Florentine is really good. Slow cooker chicken tacos I've had are really good. These chicken stuffed bell peppers. I mean, we love, this is an underutilized area of everything. It's just amazing. All right, so back into workouts. That was in blog, and I know I'm going fast. But I need to get to, okay, here we go. This is what I'm used to, this screen right here. Okay, so there's something called, first of all, the yoga, 3-week yoga retreat is amazing. I put that on my iPad and you take it to the beach and it's like, so fun. Okay, so where is it? I'm looking for Fixate. Did I already pass it? I think I did. If you have any pregnant friends, we also have that pre and postnatal, which is amazing too. Fixate, where'd you go? Did they move it? Did anybody see it? I'm like, what? Okay, well, in here, there's something called Fixate, and I think I might be going really fast because she has a whole cookbook. I'm gonna have to get back to you on this because I don't see it here. They must have moved it on me. Maybe it's in, oh, I think it's in nutrition. Nope. Here it is, nutrition channels. Whew. Okay, so they actually put it in nutrition, which is not a workout, so I'm glad they did that. Okay, so here we have the nutrition programs. If you have 2B Mindset, then it's unlocked. If you ever did the Ultimate Reset, then that's unlocked. And that also is another awesome program. You guys, it's 21 weeks. It makes you a vegan. It's scary, 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 but I did it. I felt great after. It's an elimination diet of no dairy, no animal protein. It is phenomenal. I felt great. Okay, but so here is Fixate. And in here, you can go into resources and then click recipes, and they'll bring you up with this little cookbook, and you can just click any one of these, like these Autumn's banana apple pie muffins. You click it, and it tells you the containers that it's equivalent to and the recipe. So let's talk about containers really quick. Oh, look, everybody's saying go into nutrition. Thanks, guys. I totally should have done that. Okay, so if you just bought a regular challenge pack, you probably did, your package probably did not come with these, but your food plan is based on these. And you do not need to get them, I don't think. And I don't use them anymore. I use just the measuring equivalents that it says in the plan. But so the principle of it is the same. So you're gonna start with your green container. This is, you'll notice in your program materials that it will say if you're on plan A, this is if you're not doing 2B Mindset. If you're on plan A, then maybe you'll have 3 greens, right? So throughout the day, I need to have 3 green containers. So that means that I need to fill this up 3 times with maybe lettuce or carrots or something to that, you know, the veggies, right? Then I also have to have 2 fruits. The reason I don't scoop this is because I know that half a banana is one of these. So I have half a banana in my shake, and I have half a banana usually in the morning, and then that's it. I might not have my half a banana in the morning, and then I'll have berries later in the afternoon. The next one, I'm gonna have 4 of these red ones, and that's your protein, and Shakeology actually counts for 1. I'm not really that great at eating protein, so I'm glad that I have Shakeology in there. I'm not a yogurt eater, but if you are, it goes in this container as well. This is your carbs. If you're on plan A, you only have 2. So make them worth it. You might play with it at first and have 2 carbs. I have 1 carb at lunch and I have 1 carb at dinner. You might notice that you shouldn't have maybe any carbs after 5. So you might want to do 1 carb. Carbs don't like you today. 1 carb at breakfast and then another carb maybe at lunch. So it's up to you on how you want to do your carbs. The next one is blue. I get 1. I think you get 1 forever, unless maybe, yeah, it's sad. This is a cheese one. Actually, I did cut out dairy, and I feel great. If you feel like doing that as well, go right ahead. So I fill this up with avocado or almonds, but it says in your program how much this actually is. So it will say, okay, you can have half of an avocado equals 1 blue. And then this is orange and seeds or dressings, and this is 1 as well. And then there's something called a teaspoon, and that's like a butter, an oil, and then you get a couple of those. Okay, so, excuse me. You're gonna have a meal plan, and or you're gonna have a piece of paper, right? And this is how you're gonna get started. And mine apparently is in the kitchen where it belongs, obviously, but I forgot to bring it in. Okay. So you're gonna write down how many containers you get, and then you're gonna fill in your breakfast. Breakfast needs to be consistent. Look at Rochelle right now. She is doing her shake. Yay, girl, yay. So right now she has half a banana and she has, it looks like a cup of spinach. So she's counting that as 1 green, and then she's counting that as 1 purple. So far, now she's using her Shakeology, which is a red. Okay, so she's got an entire meal, and that can count as a breakfast. It is a protein, a veggie, and a fruit. And then, so I do this, okay? She makes hers a little bit different. I put in my ice first. So I put in ice to about here, and then I put in water till it just lifts up off the bottom. And then I put in all the fillings that she just had. And then, you know, cap it with the thing, and then I press it. And depending on how much ice you have, it will either, ooh, is that greenberry? Oh, she loves her greenberry. Depending on how much ice you have, it'll either be really thick, like an ice cream, or you can make it thinner, depending on how you like it. You could even add in banana, the chocolate, peanut butter, and you can add all that in too. We do have, if you don't want to put spinach in there, we do have something called Power Greens, which you can just scoop in. It's like spirulina, spinach, and a couple of other really good superfood in the green category that count as a half a green, actually, but they're all really awesome. So Shakeology is super important, I think, to anybody's health because it naturally lowers those blood sugars. It helps, it has helped my husband, I know, with cholesterol. It helps keep me full. It gives me energy. It keeps me regular. So there's a lot of things that actually are awesome about Shakeology, not to mention there's absolutely no chemicals. It's no soy, and there's 70 plus superfoods. So it's things that you don't normally get in your diet. And the reason it was created was that somebody, our CEO, actually hates vegetables. And so wanted to find a way to get in this fun, tasty treat and fill in the gaps in your nutrition. Uh-oh, your phone just fell. Okay, so that is Shakeology for breakfast. You also can have it maybe after your workout. Or when I first started, I have a really big problem with snacking after dinner. And so I had mine as a dessert after dinner. And it feels great, actually, to put myself to bed with a belly full of superfoods. So that is that with breakfast. So you're gonna write down, okay, I had a green, a red, and a purple, and now you're gonna look at what you're having for dinner. I use my other containers for lunch. So breakfast is easiest for me, and then dinners, I need to look at, you know, maybe what's on sale as far as proteins, what I'm actually gonna wanna make that day, and I try to keep it as a red, a green, and a yellow for dinner. So it would be like broccoli, potato, chicken. Easy. Keep it so simple in the beginning, you guys. My sister, when we first started, just did a bunch of chicken. She would just make a bunch of chicken and season this Italian, season this one with maybe some chili powder, some cumin, make that kind of like a Mexican feel. And then over here would just be like garlic, basil. And so these chickens were seasoned this way, this chicken was seasoned this way, and this chicken was seasoned this way. Pan cook it in the oven, and then boom, you're done. You can just scoop it out and put it in bento boxes later. You do not need these. It will say exactly how much to eat in the plan. The nutrition can be tricky if you overthink it. So don't overthink it. And what I want you to do instead is, if you have a question, please post it in the group, because probably if you have that question, somebody else has the exact same question. So that's the nutrition. We went over the workouts, we went over the group. Rochelle, do you have anything? What, am I missing anything? I see your face. I don't think so. Yeah. So this is prep week. Like I said, it's prep day, the last day of prep day. And then tomorrow, you're gonna get started with your workouts. If you're doing T20, there's 6 workouts you're gonna follow in order. Don't stray away from the order. If you're doing 21 Day Fix, do it in order. These are super trainers. They put those workouts there for a reason. And they build and have a great succession upon each other one. Remember, you're not a slave to the scale. after this week, we have a group finishing, so we're gonna have some fun because we're gonna have some graduates come in, and that will happen after this week. So we have a whole week of learning. Y'all are newbies. Let's do this together. We're linking arms. We're gonna get our goals done. Make sure you write your goal in there. And I think that's it. So, and make sure you take your before pictures because of the Beachbody Challenge. And if you don't know what that is, I'm gonna tell you really quick before I hang up. Okay, so you take your before pics. At the end of your program, you're gonna finish your entire program, no matter how long it takes you. You're going to put your after picture, and if you send it to Beachbody, right, let us know because we like to give gifts away to people that actually send in their before and afters to Beachbody. You could win up to $100,000. Like, it's a lot of money. And they give out little prizes like 10,000, 25,000. Oh yeah, that's a little, right? But for real, it's that amazing. And you get a free t-shirt, so that's fun too, just for play. Anyways, all right, guys, I hope that you all have a great, great day. If you have any questions, please, please, please use the group. And I'm gonna keep it short. So talk to you guys later.